Hey everyone, thank you for joining me here in the garden today. Now, I've just come back home from a 10-kilometer walk, so I'm very exhausted. So we do have a lot of things to do in the garden today, but what I'm going to start off with is potting up my seedlings that have been low-key neglected. So that's the first thing we're going to do. There's also a lot of leaves considering it's the end of autumn. Winter is next month. It's come around really fast, but we're going to get started on these repotting of my seedlings. So, as I said before, they're a bit neglected. Some haven't survived, but they've been out here for too long in these little pots. They all need to be potted up. But, oh, Romeo, you saying hello? Say hi. He's my supervisor, so he has to make sure that everything is in order. Don't you, Rome? Okay, bye, Rome. Okay, so we've got some kale, some hyssop, cornflowers. Got a lot of actually flowers in this bunch of seedlings. We've got some violas, snapdragons, and poppies, which all need to be potted up. So I will get cracking on that now. Oh! Yuck, there are so many slugs on this bag. As it's slug season, there are heaps of slugs on the outside of this bag. Ooh. Okay. So like usual, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pre-moisten the soil and then we'll get to the repotting. I'm just going to find the hose. Okay. Now, I don't really have a suitable size for these pots, so I just have this size. They seem to do alright. It takes them a while to mature into the pot, but that is fine. It works for me. We'll start off with my dwarf kale. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 seedlings, and I'll probably put 4 in each. Just take this tape off, and we'll just pop it on one of the pots. Perfect. Okay. Other one. These seedlings don't look too happy right now, but they will enjoy this new home. So take them out of their old pot. And then I'm just going to put them in their new pot. So there's one. Something like that. I don't know if you can see the small ones, but they are in there. Like that. Perfect. I got these new Brussels sprout seedlings, and as you can tell, I have had no luck with them. This is like my third succession, had no luck, but I've got this one singular seedling. So I am going to cherish this one like a little baby because I have no luck with these seeds that I got for my Brussels sprouts. I've also never grown Brussels sprouts, so I'm like really bummed about these seedlings. So I'm going to really take my care with this one little baby seedling of a Brussels sprout. Instead of using my hands, I'm going to use this bamboo stick to pop my seedlings in, just so my hands don't get so dirty. One thing I'm really excited about is this hyssop. I've never grown hyssop before. Glad I found that stick, it's really helpful. Okay. Hyssop is done. Two cabbage savoys, two very sad cabbage savoys. Well, we've got 3, but I'll count as 2 because I'm thinking one of them is not going to survive. But that's okay. Do sprouting broccoli. We've got 2 very healthy looking seedlings. Oh no, 3. We've got 3. Sprouting broccoli is new to me. I've never grown it before. Came in my mystery pack, I'm pretty sure. So it'll be my first season growing them, so I'm very excited. Okay, so this is how we're tracking so far. I've just potted up all my little vegetable seedlings. So my kale, hyssop, sprouting broccoli. Am I missing? Yes, I'm missing cauliflower and cauliflower. These are the flowers that need to be potted up now. Now, these, majority of them are poppies and pansies and violas. I'm more worried about the poppies over there because they're very temperamental when it comes to transplanting. But I found these smaller pots, so I'm gonna pop them in here and hopefully they all do well. But I've got pansies, violas, cornflower. This is save seed cornflower. I'm just gonna pop that directly into the ground because it does so well for me. So I'm not worried about that. And then we've got some more poppy peonies over there. And what is this? Poppy red tulips. So once we've done this, we've done our seedling repotting. How many poppy red tulips do I have? 2. I've got 2 on this side. Beautiful. They're looking good. Now that I'm looking at this seedling looks different to this one. The whole leaf structure and everything. Can you see that? Am I going delusional? And then there's this one. Ooh. It's completely different. Oh well, that's okay. Cherry stock. Another thing that needs to be potted up are my foxgloves. You can tell they're getting a bit sad in these pots as their older leaves are kind of dying. So I take that as an indication that they need to be potted up. So I'm just going to inspect all of them and then just take out the leaves that have died back. So they look nice in the pots. That one's right. Ooh. Now I'm just going to fill up these pots with soil. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 in these pots and then 1 in these pots. And that should be alright for spacing. Ooh, they're hard. Oh gosh. This is very root bounded. I'll be much happier in these new homes. Oh my gosh, there are 3 in here. Looking good. Do 1. Get another one. One more scoop. Beautiful. So before the sun sets, I'm going to be planting some lettuce, and the cool thing about this lettuce is it's in seed tape. I have never used seed tape before, but it is really handy for dimensions. So it's pretty much just tissue paper with the seeds in it. I've like lined them up perfectly, so when you put them in the ground, there's less thinning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of this, and hopefully they do well. Like that. Mix it all in. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the finer layer of soil. Oh, look, an onion. Little baby onion. So I'm just removing the finer layer of soil, because when you put down the seed tape, you need to layer it over soil. So all that I'm going to do is just unlayer it. That much. There we go. That one's a bit shorter. Oh gosh. Okay. So now I guess all I need to do is just cover it and water it. Now in between these two beds, obviously that's where the old bed was, so there's a lot of empty soil, sparse soil. So I'm gonna start to put in some grass seed, just because we're getting some good weather for the grass to grow. For this side I am gonna top it up with some soil, just because it's a bit uneven, the ground. Start on it just to level the ground. Okay, that should be enough. Guys, I'm just trying to like level out this soil, and look what I found here. This is where an old bed used to be. Do you know what this is? These are bulbs, probably tulip bulbs. How exciting. So 1, 2 and 3. So I'm going to put them in some pots. I'm not going to leave them in the ground because this is where I want to grow my grass, but isn't that cool to find? Now, when I first grew my grass, I used a special seed, but now I just think generic seed is from the supermarket is fine. So this is what I've got. Lawn seed, and it's tough and hardy, which I need because this is going to be a heavy footpath traffic area. Heavy foot traffic area. There we go. Just gonna spread it out just a little bit. Now we've got this side to do. Same thing, I'm just gonna kind of rough up the soil just a little bit. It's been raining, but as you can tell, it's not enough for the soil because the underneath of the soil is all dry. Just the grass, anyway. Okay. By no means am I a grass expert, a lawn expert. I'm just doing what works for me. So this is the first bed that we planted, and it's all looking really good. Got my brassicas, and then my spinach, peas, and then my radish. I'll take you closer to show you. Now we did grow some lettuce seed as well with the lettuce, and I'm not too sure if it's come up. That could be some, or it could be weeds. My peas have come up. I'll show you. Here are all my peas. They're coming up very nicely, which is exciting. One's not come up, but besides that, they've all done really well. And then here's my radish, my Easter egg radish that I've sown in the ground. That came up super duper fast, which is typical for radish because they pretty much produce their heads in 40 days or less. Looking good. Now we've got my other peas on this side. They're not doing as well as the other side, but I'm sure I can just replant the spots where they didn't come up. But we've got a bunch here, which is good. And then this is the patch where I put the beautiful purple kale, and we did the seed rocket tape. Yeah, seed rocket tape, yes. as you can tell here, I'm pretty sure that's rocket seedlings. I've never grown rocket before, but I'm assuming that's it because you can kind of see a line of it going through there and then there. So that's really exciting. Now, I know my seedlings are looking good right now, but I do need to fertilize them. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to fertilize them hopefully every week if I remember, or every second week, just with a nitrogen, high nitrogen fertilizer to help with the leaf growth. And usually my plants do really well with this fertilizer, so I'll start fertilizing them now. Lettuce. Whoa! That is. I think it's cabbage. It comes right now. Whoa! So these are where my zinnias were. I've kept them in this state to save the seed, which they're in the perfect time to save the seed. I'll show you what they looked before. So this type of zinnia is called Autumn Sky, I'm pretty sure, and they're beautiful coloured zinnia, kind of mixed pack. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to save the seed so I can use it for next year. This is the seed. That's what we want. It has been raining, so they are going to be a bit wet, so I'm going to have to dry them before. Now, if it wasn't raining, I probably wouldn't have to do this step, but because they're a bit damp, I'm just going to leave them under this window just for them to dry off, so it's easier to collect the seed. So this bit, the top bit, that pointy bit is the seed, and then this side is the petal. That bit is the petal. So I'm just going to probably put them out here under this window just for maybe a day or two, and then they should be fine to save the seed from.